What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, and a bit of an update from the town hall meeting tonight, well, last night, in East Palestine, because it's pretty messed up. First and foremost, officials from the actual train company didn't even bother showing up. Absolute cowards. The fact that they've potentially caused this community and its surrounding communities an immense amount of damage, and they don't even bother to show up, shows you exactly who we're dealing with here. And they've shown no contrition. They've shown no, they don't care. Norfolk Southern officials skip East Palestine town hall meeting following train derailment after a growing physical threat to employees. I wonder why people are mad. I mean, I couldn't possibly fathom why. By the way, thanks everyone who helped and who participated in the membership drive this week for the channel. Like I said, I'm not going to promote it forever and ever. I think that's, every once in a while you can do a big push, and I hope that people will join. It helps the channel immensely. And so I'll leave a link in the description. You can join the channel. Rare, mythic, legendary, god tier, even uncommon, of course. And it goes directly to supporting the channel. And you can see I've started to release some content specific to members. I'll try to do, one or two every couple of weeks. Right now I'm doing a little bit more because of the kind of push for it, but I hope you'll join and consider joining anyway. City officials and residents of East Palestine are attending a meeting Wednesday to discuss ongoing cleanup efforts following the derailment on February 3rd. But Norfolk Southern said its representatives will not attend due to the growing physical threat. I don't care. Sorry. They have plenty of money. Bring bodyguards then. The meeting will be held at East Palestine High School. The town hall will not be held in a traditional format with a series of speakers. Instead, multiple tables will be set up where residents can speak to different officials about their concerns. Sources confirmed with News 5, this is why they're not streaming it, but they will cover it. That was a tactical decision, don't you think? There is a reason they're not streaming it, is because they don't want the rest of the internet to be able to kind of immediately react to it and really try shining a light on it. That's why you're sharing these videos on Twitter and Facebook and elsewhere have been so powerful. I'm firmly convinced, thoroughly convinced, that it's your, thanks to you, the viewers who are out there sharing these videos, putting the pressure on news agencies. That's the only reason that we probably saw mainstream media actually cover this. So these cowards don't even show up. And I want to show Nick Sortor, U.S. political strategist, is on the ground. Look at all the people that are here. And it says, the people of East Palestine are pissed off. The mayor is holding a town hall at East Palestine High School, and the people are determined to hold the government accountable. Good for them. I'll be live tweeting, so stay tuned. He then says, first question, quote, why are the people outside of a 1 mile radius from East Palestine getting no support? Answer, because that's what the Department of Transportation told us to do. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's Pete Buttigieg, right? We certainly know that there's, it's extraordinary, based on what we're seeing, there's definitely reports of this extending well beyond that 1 mile radius, as far as 100 miles in some cases. There are thousands of people from East Palestine at this town hall. They're demanding answers as they don't believe anything the government has told them thus far. U.S. Congressman Bill Johnson, we have found nothing in the air or water that will be harmful. East Palestine residents, you all said the same thing about Ground Zero too, and that was a lie. The resident is correct. Referencing, of course, obviously the air around on that day around Ground Zero was super toxic, and they said nothing about it. Norfolk Southern, who caused the East Palestine disaster, decided not to send a single representative to talk to these people. People are livid and bent on refusing the company's $1,000 hold harmless bribes. Now, I've saw this rumor going around about this $1,000 payoff yesterday. I think it was 500 or 1,000 when I saw it yesterday. I mean, are you kidding me? We don't even know the extent of the potential damage right now. And they're out there trying to hand out checks so that people don't sue them. Officials say East Palestine testing results show municipal water is, quote, safe to drink. Well, it isn't safe to swim in for the little fishies, unless that was completely unrelated. Could be. I'm not an expert. Residents of East Palestine, Ohio, were told Wednesday afternoon that their municipal water is, quote, safe to drink after officials received new water testing results. The update from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's office comes just one day after officials urged residents to only drink bottled water amid concerns from chemicals from the train derailment. How many people do you think in Ohio, in East Palestine, are running to that tap water right now? Some number between 0 and 0? I'm sure I wouldn't be. I'd be worried about showering in it. Taking bottled water, bottled water showers. I guess you just use a washcloth and a bar of soap. The new results show that the treated water from the wells located about 1 mile from the derailment site showed no detection of contaminants associated with the derailment. With these test results, Ohio EPA is confident that municipal water is safe to drink. The wells are at least 56 feet below the ground and covered by solid steel that protect them from contamination, the state said, and that the water from the wells is treated before even being made for consumption. At the time of the accident, the train was carrying several hazardous compounds known to cause health impacts when ingested. Now, let's take a look at the radius in which they're testing, 1 mile. Certainly that's like, I think it's reasonable. Again, I'm not a scientist, but like if the water 100 feet away from the site is fine, then the water 2 miles away is probably also fine. Unless there was like a concentrated leak that got into a spring that then spread, you know what I mean? It would be really unlikely, but not impossible. But what's more possible is when you blasted all those chemicals into the air and they traveled for hundreds of miles. Isn't it possible that, this cloud of chemicals that were blowing all over the place, had a destination somewhere? It's not just floating around up in the ether. It's absolutely, at low levels, the health impacts of these compounds are not usually felt, he said. But once you reach higher levels over a longer period of time, that's when people start to see long-term health issues. Well, we saw all sorts of people talking about health issues. Now, maybe they're psychosomatic. It's possible. Psychosomatic symptoms are a real thing. But what about all the animals? Did they perish from psychosomatic, were they psychosomatic perishings? Was it completely unrelated? Was it a spawn run of minnows that's never happened before? A few minutes into the event, the mayor decided to shake things up when he said that it is not the way that people in the community wanted this to go. He asked residents to go into the bleachers, and a question and answer session began. Questions were raised over the quality of the air and water, which officials say is safe and will continue to be tested. I'm just as frustrated. I live in the community like you, East Palestine Mayor Trent Conaway said. I'm trying to get answers. At that point, Johnson took the mic and said, listen, if you've got a question for Norfolk Southern, they're not even here tonight. My table is right down here. You come down, get one of my cards, and I'll take one of your questions. We will respond. I will ask that question on your behalf. You will not go without your question answered. Norfolk Southern was invited to attend, but instead released a statement late Wednesday saying that it would not be represented. Why? Are you afraid that people whose water you potentially poisoned or air you potentially poisoned might be pissed at you? This is, I really hope it's just like I really hope it's not as bad as people think. I really do, because, you know, the people of East Palestine, people of Ohio, people in Ohio River, Mississippi River, this is a big deal. People are watching this around the country wondering, because I don't think trust has ever been lower in our government officials. And, you know, a lot of that is caused by the way they handle the COOF and lockdowns and quote unquote misinformation and what you could say, what you can't say. They're changing narratives, all these type of things. It's not our fault that we don't trust them. And that's this huge narrative, right? Oh, you're just a conspiracy theorist. You don't believe the government. Well, look, no, I don't. And I have a mountain of evidence as to why. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. Hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're on the fence, hopefully today you'll join as a member, and we'll talk to you again real soon.